Okay, the third question. So the question is, why is sex always in their mind?
And
Okay.
who are you referring to here?
I don't know lah, but from girls' point of view, I would say why it's always in the guy's mind. Yeah, sometimes I think it's for a girls, right? There is this kind of perception, especially when I first started dating a guy, right? It was always this feeling of like, does he really want to date me or he just want me for sex? Yeah.
Well, can look at it in a few points. One, back to the whole cultural reason of why guys tend to be less expressive. Well, they're expressive. You see, they're expressive through the physical and sexual means.
Okay.
You see, just not verbally about their emotions. And then the other thing is, when you hear from a girl who masturbate and when you hear from a guy who masturbate, who will you be more willing to be say, oh, that's okay?
That's just for a guy, lor.
Yeah, it seems like, you're still pretty much like that. So it seems that it is okay for a guy to be sexual, but it's not so appropriate for a girl to be sexual.
Yeah. I guess that is still the cultural appropriateness and what is considered politically correct in this society.
But girls, okay, can be mindful that, right? Your guy is not always ready for sex. Okay, so when he kind of like rejects you in a way, don't make it your fault. It's not really about you. It's just that maybe, he had a bad day at work or, he's just not feeling all good that day. Yeah.
I guess. I think in the end of the day, we're still humans, lor. Yeah, guess. Not like, in some way, right, we start to see that like maybe the opposite sex are not really that different. And this question about why is sex always in their mind, right, probably it's just really our perceptions. And like you say, it's expressed in that way.
Yeah.
And I also felt that for these questions, right, maybe sometimes it's also about some of the encounters. Like, for example, for me, right, sometimes when I just met a guy, then we're just texting, haven't even met yet. And then, like, this guy will always, some of the guys will, like, within a few question or exchanges, right, they will start to talk about more sexual things. Or, like, maybe not so direct, but be more like, do you like cuddles? Or do you mind if I hold your hand when we go to the... I mean, for me, we'll feel like, we haven't really met yet, right? Isn't the focus should be, like, knowing about each other and understand about that? Probably that's why for me, that's where this question of popping, like, is sex always on their mind? Is this the only thing that they really care about? Do they really care about me? Or, like as in the person? Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be 100% sure what the guy that you were kind of texting was thinking about, but I'm guessing that, this becomes a way for them to see how far have they got with you. Yeah, it's like, if you agree to hold hand, if you agree to cuddle, that means this guy's like, oh, okay, she's almost mine, that kind of thing. But if you say no, then, maybe this girl is not interested in me, on the kind of thing. It could be a test water question. I'm not sure whether it's really sex the end point. But of course, if a guy can get a girl into bed, it kind of signifies a level of, win over.
So for them, it's like they are gauging... I feel like it's like more like how we gauge the progress of the relationship. Maybe for girls, it's like how deep we can understand each other, the connection. Then the guys is actually in terms of the leveling. Sorry, I think this is some of the stereotype. The level, like, okay, I fulfill this, hold hand, kissed, cuddles, and then
maybe. We should really get a guy in next time and ask him what he thinks.
Yeah, I think that would be more interesting as well. But I think for what you understand from like your clients or some guys, right? Do they really have this kind of mindset?
Well, I don't think so, cause okay, it is a way in a bit biased because the guys who comes to me, they genuinely want to improve their relationship. So they are also looking for more connection, how to understand their partner better, and of course, they also want to have better sex. So how they can they improve their techniques so that they can have better sex with their partner?
So I guess this wants to go back to a kind of, it's a mixture. Maybe some of the guys is really take it as the level of intimacy as the progress. Then some of it take it as like similar to girls, like the level of emotional connection and all that. I guess it's back to what we have previously in our talks. There are many different aspects that we can measure a relationship and to work on and improve a relationship. Yeah. So actually we can explore more of it.
Definitely.